Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to the episode 1 of AgriNext by NICF. This is a series in which we are bringing amazing AgriTech founders for our founders especially so that they can learn how innovation is transforming the field of agriculture. So to discuss on this topic, we have an amazing guest with us. I'm very excited to host him today. So please welcome Muhammad Bukhari, the co-founder and CEO of Farmdar and the board member of EOLOR. How are you, Bukhari?
Abu Bakr, thank you very much for having me here. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm a huge fan of NICF and it's really a privilege to be here and talk to you guys about my experience with agriculture.
Do you see a real long-term opportunity, and can agri-tech become one of the most popular sector in the country?
Absolutely. I'm extremely bullish on agri-tech and its potential in Pakistan. And iski wajah ye hai ki dekhiye, Pakistan is an agricultural country. Agar aap agriculture की contributions देखें हमारी GDP को या हमारी workforce को, they're very high. They're in that 20% plus kind of contribution level, right? So the opportunity to create solutions based on innovation in agriculture in Pakistan is absolutely huge. Also, the world's major staple crops are actually grown in Pakistan. So whether it's rice or wheat or sugarcane, or oranges or mangoes, like actually Pakistan produces these at a very kind of large scale. So we have the opportunity to not only deploy technology here, but build technology here that can apply to many other places in the world. And as part of my journey with Farmdar, we have sort of proven that, we treated Pakistan as a lab and our farm market, and what technology products we have managed to build in Pakistan, actually we managed to actually copy paste them, if you like, in many other places in the world, from Australia to South America to the US to Africa. So I think AgriTech is a phenomenal opportunity in Pakistan.
That's a wonderful answer, and I totally believe that AgriTech is the new IT and the new emerging sector of Pakistan. So I wanted to ask you how basically this AI-driven monitoring can help founders in taking better decisions in terms of irrigation, in terms of which crops to grow where, in terms of basically how much water we should apply, and these type of decisions.
Great question. Firstly, just to put it into perspective, because AI is a very general term, what Farmdar does is we use satellite-based technologies. So that could be satellite imagery, it could be satellite mounted radar, climate data and things like that. And we have built a layer of artificial intelligence models and algorithms on top, and also a layer of software. We leverage all of this data that is available. And I think one thing to mention here is the time right now is we're in an amazing time right now. The reason for that is a lot of this Earth observation data is available these days, and it's exploding, So everyone knows about SpaceX. Guess what? On every SpaceX launch, when they launch satellites into space, the majority of those satellites are pointing at Earth and they're for Earth observation. So increasingly, a lot of this data is now being available in the commercial world. Data from Earth observation satellites and actually transform it really easy and quickly, right? So NASA has been around for many years. They have a satellite constellation that has been creating data for the last 25 years. However, maybe even as far back as 5 years ago, it was very difficult to convert that data into actionable insights. In terms of how we can help farmers, look, there's two aspects to it. Number one, using satellites and clever technology, you can actually help farmers take the right implement or help them take the right action on the ground, right? So with satellites, you can actually tell things sometimes even before the human eye can see them.
Now, after your answer, we can say the future of agriculture is data-driven, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we can see in the past couple of years, Pakistan's agriculture has been badly affected, and there are a lot of gaps that need to be fulfilled to basically maximize the potential of agriculture, right? And I wanted to ask you, as Farmdar has innovated the agriculture field, So, what are the top 3 gaps in the agriculture field and how innovation can fill those gaps?
Access to the internet in rural areas. The PTA published list of mobile phone towers in Pakistan and plot a radius of where their service is available and then plot them on rural areas in Pakistan. You will find that the internet access in Punjab in rural areas is 20% and in Sindh is even less than that. Deploy precision agriculture to farmers, actually that becomes a challenge, right? So we have to think about how can our applications work offline? How can we actually serve farmers with information without requiring access to internet, right? So that for me is challenge number one. The second thing is, and this is maybe for founders, look, as a founder, especially in a very large market like agriculture where there are multiple problems to be solved, it's very easy for you to get excited about solving 10 million things. We need companies and bright minds focused on solving small problems and actually small problems that can influence farmers' lives and influence, for example, the yield gap in Pakistan. And if we do that, I think we will produce results better. The third thing I would say is that actually agriculture in Pakistan is huge and it's very fragmented, and therefore you need some kind of aggregation in agriculture. I personally feel the best kind of aggregation is our existing enterprise level, companies that are in Pakistan and have been for a very long time and are very active, and are purpose driven. So their purpose aligns with kind of improving farmers' lives and things. Examples of these are kind of, Corteva is in Pakistan, for example, as a seed and crop protection company. They have large teams of people. They have a huge distribution network. They have been working with farmers for a very long time. They are the right aggregators, right? So we need to partner with companies like that to make sure that we can aggregate farmers and then go and take technology to farmers.
That's true. That's amazing. So as you were saying, the first gap was like our rural areas do not have the proper internet access, and most of our agriculture economy is built by these small farmers, right? So how do you think we can enable them, or we can place technology in a way that it becomes affordable and accessible to them?
So this links to my third kind of challenge that I pointed out, right? Like a great example of this is these enterprises will either subsidize or provide this information to farmers for free. Why? Because it's actually in the farmer's interest and it's in their interest as well. A great example of one activity like that is actually we are working with 4G Fertilizer in Pakistan in FFC across 50,000 acres. And actually in all of those 50,000 acres, they're taking this technology to the farmer and the farmer does not have to pay for it. At this point in time, I think smallholder farmers particularly, their economics or their financial situation doesn't allow them to kind of spend. But what we are hopeful this type of partnership and deployment will do is actually put more money in the pocket of the smallholder farmer, right? And if that's happening, then frankly, our farmers are not stupid. They're making kind of like important decisions. They're very practical. And if we can increase their disposable income, then there's an opportunity and a chance that actually they will see the value in it. And over time, they might be convinced to pay for it. The best way to go to smallholder farmers right now is in partnership with other enterprises in agriculture who are willing to either subsidize or actually pay for it on behalf of the farmer. Because, for example, it makes the farmer's economics are increasing. And for example, if a farmer's economics increase, then he will be more, open to buying the right amount of fertilizer, or buying the right amount of pesticide, buying it at the right time, buying more high value products.
Yeah, that's actually the very practical way to basically enabling our founders to do amazing things, right? So I wanted to ask you another thing. So if you can see in the next 10 years, which technologies, especially in the field of agri-tech, are emerging and on which things founders should work on?
One space I think which is really exciting, compelling, and actually a lot of work has been done on it internationally, and frankly I've not seen much work done on it in Pakistan, but I feel is a really, really amazing space is biotechnology and agriculture. There's startups all over the world producing things like, biofertilizer, biopesticides, biologicals essentially, and the whole of kind of the agriculture space is moving in that direction already. A huge opportunity in Pakistan in that space. I've not come across any startups that are in that space right now. And I believe that actually, perhaps given that agriculture is at a large scale in Pakistan and the fact that I believe Pakistan would make an amazing lab.
Thank you so much, Bukhari, for coming to this session today and for coming to NICF today. I still have a lot of questions to ask from you, but we have less time. So in the last, I wanted to ask you a question. As you can see, right now in Pakistan, AgriTech is a very emerging field, and with especially incubators and organizations like NICF who are basically enabling founders, enabling students to work more on this field of agriculture. So I wanted to ask you, from your experience of building Farmdar, what lessons do you learn that you want people, especially the new emerging founders who wanted to work in the agri-tech field, to not to do that?
That's a difficult question, right? Many things, because look, Alhamdulillah, Farmdar has had some success, but we've also had plenty of failures, right? And we try to learn from our failures. My answer to this probably would change depending on the situation as well, but I'll try to generalize, right? I think the most important thing is focus. The agriculture space is really vast in Pakistan and globally. There's tons of problems to be solved, and I know founders love problems because they want to solve them, but there's so many in agriculture that it's hard not to want to boil the ocean. And focus is really, really important. So select a small problem, try to solve that problem at the best of your ability, and grow from there laterally. Like, I think founders or even established companies in Pakistan that are in the agriculture space were trying to solve like 50 different things at the same time, and I think that dilutes focus, it dilutes purpose. So the second thing is, look, ideas are great and innovation is great, but execution is more important. So I would encourage founders to always sort of focus more on that, right? If you have a great idea, don't spend too long trying to refine it and polish it. Actually go out there and see if it works. And that action and execution is way more important than polishing of ideas. And this goes particularly for technology as well. Like, sometimes you want to kind of create the best product, the best customer experience, all of that. But I think what's best is like to actually go out in the market quickly, to test and validate ideas quickly and refine over time. That is the second thing. The third thing I would say is it's super, super important to build the right team. I was very lucky because my co-founders, one's my brother, the other one's my sort of childhood friend. To start with, we created a lot of momentum because actually, the team was really solid to start with. And then our first wave of kind of colleagues who joined Farmdar, they really sort of propelled us, right? And now, alhamdulillah and mashallah, we're in a place where I'm super proud of my team, and they achieve unreasonable things. Frankly, we have at times done things which should not be reasonably possible, right? And we're only able to do things like that because of the strength of the team.
Perfect. That's a wonderful advice. Thank you so much for coming to NICF and for joining us for this session. And thank you so much, guys, for listening to this session. And I hope you learned a lot from today. Please stay tuned for more of the sessions like these. We are bringing amazing AgriTech founders so that you can get your inspiration and start your next AgriTech startup. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.